everybody. We're back. Oh my gosh. And we have a busy couple of weeks. Guys, are you feeling arrested?
Arrested? Yes.
You should feel arrested at the crap you're going through. And poor Mike, I've worked him to death, I think. I think he's like, I'm on vacation.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been bush hogging, so, just keep moving.
And you had a big storm roll through last night. That's always fun.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Some pretty crazy pictures.
Right? So we've been gone for a couple of weeks, and we've been doing a lot of stuff like, we have some big news coming up from West Virginia, just saying right now. But we were at conventions. So, and that's unfortunate that we should start thinking about doing shows from conventions. So that way we can actually get people to have a little feel for what they're missing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's so much fun. There's so many people around, and being able to really dig in and have have this while we're there, I think would be absolutely awesome.
Right. And
Yeah,
speaking,
and I mean, there aren't a lot of people who can, produce a program at a show like that, especially with this kind of quality and technology.
right,
Because this is, way above and beyond what most people have.
right. Well, thanks for saying that. That's appreciated. But so speaking of memory lane and conventions and that kind of fun stuff, so we're going to do something fun today because Mark is out sick and RPG is in the air somewhere. And I figured, you know what? Let's show some ParaGeek information and interviews from older Bigfoot conventions. Before we go there, though, I'm gonna have our guy cue that up. We're gonna show you an RPG from the old days, right? So I'm gonna tease you.
Yeah, these are origin stories we're getting here
Yes,
on some of
yes.
these things. So this is going to be fun.
So
Yeah.
when I hear him say it's ready, then I'll stop talking. So we are working on a project in West Virginia. I know I'm from Georgia. I know Michael's from Georgia. I know Anthony's from North Carolina, and everybody's like, "Son, why West Virginia?" It has become one of my third favorite places in the U.S. Just saying. And I mean, it's got trails, it's got waterfalls. Like we have a triple waterfall, and we're working on a bigger project. So I'm waiting for my tech to say, "Hey, that footage is ready," so I can cut to it. Right? Okay. So anyway, so here is one of the first interviews where we were introduced to RPG. Roll that beautiful beam footage. All right, so guess what? We have finally wrangled him down. Ryan Golden Besky, I'm sorry, I started laughing. Oh my God. So you, dude, don't stop. There's only one other person in this room today that has more energy than you, and that is Connor.
Oh, Connor, my
That
illegitimate
dude
son.
just literally does not stop. But you, finally, we got you down. RPG.
Yeah. Good to
How
see
you doing,
sir.
buddy? So I have to ask.
Yeah.
How'd you get RPG?
It was really easy, actually. My parents said we want to name him after my mom's family, which is Ryan. My father's name.
All right, so guess what? We have finally wrangled him down. Ryan Golden Besky, I'm sorry, I started laughing. Oh my God. So you, dude, don't stop. There's only one other person in this room today that has more energy than you, and that is Connor.
Oh, Connor, my
That
illegitimate
dude
son.
just literally does not stop. But you, finally, we got you down. RPG.
Yeah. Good to
How
see
you doing,
sir.
buddy? So I have to ask.
Yeah.
How'd you get RPG?
It was really easy, actually. My parents said we want to name him after my mom's family, which is Ryan. My father's name is Paul, and my last name is Golombeski. So RPG. I got lucky with it.
That's. I figured it was like you were out in the woods. You're on a big hunt. A Bigfoot hunt. Next thing you know, you pull out the big gun or something.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I was more in the dating field, I would say, well, no, it stands for role-playing games, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep, I do. I do.
Or for now, it's really rocket-propelled goodness.
There you
'cause,
go.
You know, and that's I just like spreading that among all this, you know, and all these people. If we all came together, it would just be magical, in my opinion.
Right.
And we might get to the answers sooner.
Maybe.
You know,
One day.
Maybe if we could share.
Yeah. So for the people at home that don't know you, you have a beautiful career.
I've been trying.
You know, in my world, I mean,
Yeah.
I've known you since Expedition Bigfoot. And There's
Yep.
some other stuff going on. Let's talk about all the stuff that you've been involved with,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
that you can talk about. I know
Yeah,
some
no,
of it we'd
sure.
have to take you to the train station on, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Throw me at the bottom of the well. No, after Expedition Bigfoot, that was kind of it. You know, for me, I've just lifelong passion, worked my way up through Hollywood and producing and everything, made all the right connections. For those of you listening, make friends, make friends, make friends. That's all that matters.
Isn't that
Be
a big?
good to
That
people.
is a big deal.
Lift people up, because
Right.
one day when they're making calls, yeah, we're casting this new show, Expedition Bigfoot. Who can we get? And your name keeps popping up. It's
Right.
because you spread the rocket propelled goodness. But anyway, when that didn't happen, and I fell short of that Olympus moment, it was rebuild time. And for
Right.
me, it was like, yeah, let's throw another couple of kids on the fire there as well, and then rebuild. But maybe it's for the best.
Right.
You know, definitely okay with it now. But I
Yeah.
think I'll be really happy when I hit the paychecks again and stuff like that. But started a group, Outcast Paranormal, with
Yes.
downtown Stacey Brown Jr. And the boys, and we're doing something called the podcast. You
Right.
know, where
I love the podcast.
dude, Joey.
I cannot believe that was available.
I can't believe it. He said as a joke, he's like, I might have nailed it, but probably not. And he just sent it to us, and all of us universally were like, and now, I mean, in the artistic world, it takes time, you
It
know. Things gotta
does.
come first out the gates, but whatever. Left brain people, right?
Right.
But yeah, the podcast, it's really fun. It's we're much more casual and crass, and more. You're going to feel like you're sitting around the campfire having a drink and enjoying yourself.
Right.
But we're also spreading the truth and the word, and you know, doing what everyone's trying to do, but with a little more of a old school Howard Stern kind of, you know.
That's what he was
little edgy.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
I talked to him earlier. We had him on
Yep.
on the show. So
And besides that, it's just getting more documentaries out, because, I mean, look, we're at this conference today, and I've never heard anyone talk about the paranormal, supernatural aspect of it off the stage. Yeah, it murmurs in the crowd, but it's now moved onto the
Yes.
stage. The orbs everybody is seeing with Bigfoot, you know, there's something else going on, and we're starting to open up to it. So that's amazing, and we want to be kind of trailblazers on that, because, you know, we're a bunch of fucking hot shit rednecks. Guess what? You know, we were going to build a homemade tracking collar, catch a wild pig with our bare hands,
oh my God.
put the collar on it, and release it into Bigfoot habitat. Like, you don't have to work for Discovery. You don't have to work for Nat Geo to do that.
Right.
I feel like we're really kind of living our lives in cruise control, and for the scientific method to thrive again, and for a new age of discovery to
Right.
come, we got to get back out there and just get off the books and follow our gut instincts and go for it.
Right.
So anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is we're very raw.
Yeah.
So if
There's
you
nothing
like,
wrong with that.
you know, in a time of misinformation, when it feels like everyone's
Yes.
lying to you,
Right.
if something can ooze and taste like the truth, feel like the truth, then I think that will have legs and can carry, you know. And that's what I'm
Dude.
hoping. I want a career again. I want to feed my babies. You know?
Right. Right. Hey, how many you got now?
Oh my goodness! I got 3, and then I have another baby girl that's going to be born in July.
So awesome.
That's it. Got to get everything in now.
I know.
'cause-
Get it in now, baby.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So
Yeah, life is good.
where can people find you?
Yeah. I'm kind of a ghost. I act like Bigfoot, which I'm sorry, and I'm learning to get better at. I have a few accounts online, like through Facebook. You can find me under Ryan Paul Golembeski or RPG. I've
Yep.
got a page which you have to have if you have more friends. So I'm learning about that. Bear with me. I'm a bit of a Luddite. I would rather take you all into the woods and sit and meditate for a sec and just listen to the sounds of the world. It's beautiful. It's the original big screen TV,
Yeah,
right?
maybe.
But for now, you know, I will slowly crawl like my babies toward becoming better at it. And this is beautiful what you have. Like, it's
Thank you.
beautiful.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I want you to be a part of it.
Well, and yes, and I'll say that, so I'll say it live. We have to team up on something because I think
Absolutely.
our combined enthusiasm might
Heck
rip
yeah,
a
dude.
fabric in the whole of
Oh,
awesome.
we could be the new big Nat Geo and Discovery. Like, hey, we want you guys now.
You're like, "Who are these
Oh yeah.
guys?"
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, too much goodness, too much truth.
That's
you
it,
know?
brother. Thank you for stopping by. I know you're one
Yeah.
busy dude. Hey, man, stick around. We got more people coming up. It's been a great event. We'll be right back after this. Well,
Oh.
all right. So
Hey, wait a minute. Uh,
simple instructions. I don't know.
wow. Yeah, it was. I mean, that was tough for him because that was right after he had the brain issue medical emergency, and he was just thrown off the show in 15 minutes, and
Yeah.
that was it. But and to see how far he has come, because that's really the testimony here, is stick with it, stick hard.
Yeah.
And that's a message I needed to hear this afternoon. Thank you.
Yeah, it was,
Um,
it's kind of funny,
Yeah.
to look at him then. He's never been a small guy, but the difference between then and 2026 is massive. I mean,
Yeah.
massive. Yeah, it
Yeah,
is kind of a big
he now
deal.
has rocket propelled guns.
Yeah, it's like,
know?
I can't do that stuff. I hurt myself. So
Yeah. Oh, but he's come a long way, and he's really come into his own, which is really nice to see.
Right,
He's
exactly.
comfortable in his own skin. And he's doing well, because I mean, he's hosting all of these giant events.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and then he's getting called back out to Hollywood
yeah,
to do, in studio stuff, which is fine. It's not that he can't go out and do, exploration work anymore. It's not like he's, it had any lasting effect, but he's now being called for in studio work, and he's out
Yeah,
there.
he's working
freaking
with
every
people
week.
like-
We have trouble shooting with him.
yeah, he's working with people like Aykroyd and Shatner.
Yeah.
And then there's that other
Yep.
one on there that he's become almost a screen expert, which is really kind of super cool.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that who?
Yeah,
it
with
was?
Lawrence
He
Fishburne,
went-
yeah.
Lawrence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew that
Mhm.
he had jumped up there. So back to the quick. So we're going to jump back on West Virginia real quick, because I'm going to keep teasing this everybody. So on top
yeah.
of all this cool stuff, I am part owner now in a lodge in West Virginia, and it's in Richwood, and we are going to start developing Sip Squatch. And you know what? I'm gonna
What? What could that be?
And I'm going to
Tease
talk.
that in the next segment.
I'm going to talk all about that in the next minute. Right now, we got coming up. I think it's Anthony and Michael, I believe, and let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Oh boy.
Hey everybody, we're back at ParaGeeks again, and
Oh, good.
today we are speaking with
That's better.
I like that.
Hey
one.
everybody, we're back at ParaGeeks again, and today we
Well,
are speaking
there's
with Mr. Michael Butler. Michael, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to get into your story.
Okay. I am a retired firefighter.
Okay.
20 years. Grew up hunting, fishing, lived in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Have a lot of experiences that
In the woods.
that
Yep.
I can tell you about. My story.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Get there. So, what are you doing now with regards to any paranormal activity, that kind of thing? What's your background in that?
I spent probably 7 years doing paranormal investigations.
Okay.
Kind of backed away from that in the mid 2000s. Got into Sasquatch research heavy probably about 2 years ago. I'd say 3-4 years ago.
All right.
And I've just been progressing with that since then.
So, what called you back into that research arm in particular?
To be honest, the desire had always been there since my first encounter, and we had some.
I hear the magic word, first encounter.
Yeah. I had a family member reach out to me. They had a sighting on some property about 3 miles from where I live.
Wow.
And
You said 3 miles?
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I went down, started investigating again.
Yep.
Got handprints, footprints, a couple of small tree structures.
Okay.
Couldn't get any impressions because the ground we were on was really, really hard.
Mhm.
So I couldn't cast anything. Got a few pictures where you can kind of see.
Yep.
And I just started buying cameras and trying to get back into it.
Okay. Did you have photographs from that incident, the structures and so on?
The structures I do not. It was on an older camera that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. You lost.
I was just getting started out.
Yeah.
I do
That's
have
cool.
a few photos that were sent to me of the original that
Okay.
are pretty good tracks.
Pretty compelling. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So tell me about now. So that moved you back into it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then how did the first one you want to tell me about set me up for that story? Where did that come from?
I was actually fairly young. I think I was 12.
Oh, okay. We're going to backtrack.
We were at a party at a friend of mine's.
Okay.
Birthday party. Everybody's jumping on the trampoline. And I'm standing next to a hayfield, and all of a sudden I'm just staring out through the field, and
Yep.
this huge creature that I figured out later that was closer to 8 foot tall
Right.
came from a road that had a wood line
Mm-hmm.
and traversed about 200 to 250 yards in about 4.5 seconds in front of us.
Okay. So where were you? What state, town, whatever? Where were you?
We were in Pickens County, Georgia,
Georgia.
yeah.
Again.
North Georgia.
A lot of stories coming out of Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot more active than even I realized.
Yeah. You know, we've got some really big and completely unpopulated mountainous areas here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's ideal Squatch territory. So you saw that when you were 12, and that
Yeah.
probably made you think something weird was going on in the world.
Well, when I saw it, it was so surprising. You just sit there and watch it. You're like, did I even really see that?
Yeah.
Years later, well, it was 6 years later, I went back out to the property
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted to get a size comparison
Sure.
to figure out exactly, and that's where I came up with
8 feet.
roughly 8 feet.
Yep.
There was a tree limb that came out right at its head when it exploded off of the road and came
Oh, there you
across
go.
the field. And I was able to get at least a marking. Now that tree may have grown some, and
Yep.
so that's why I always say approximate, because I really don't
Yeah.
have a definite. But
Yeah. So, and how many years later?
that was 6 years, I think, later.
Okay. Yeah, we'd have to look at the kind of tree and all that in order to measure it and get a real
Yeah,
feel for it.
yeah.
But yeah, if you're talking a pine tree, then you're talking a lot of gain. But if you're talking like an oak or a maple or something,
It was a maple.
yeah, it was a maple. So yeah, you're talking
Yeah.
about maybe 6 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's those kinds of stories really that they permeate so widely. So many people see these things. Have you had anything more recently?
Oh yeah.
Give me your best one, the one that really, really stands with you.
The best one I had, I was researching back on the property.
Same property?
Close to it.
Or close to it, okay.
Yeah. It was actually the family's property that's
Sure.
up the branch, I guess is the way to put
Okay.
it. And I'd been down researching since about 4:30 that afternoon. It's
Mhm.
about 3 o'clock in the morning at this point, and I hear a stomp.
Okay.
So everything gets real quiet. You're listening good. Everything goes dead.
Oh yeah.
You get the feel something's here.
Apex predator in the area. Everybody shut up.
And then it just kind of went away, and I thought that was kind of odd. So I made my pallet out. I was going to just get some rest. It's like 80 degrees. I'm sweating like crazy
Oh, yeah.
at night. And it sounded like somebody took two branches about the size of my thumb together and just,
Yeah.
and I heard nothing else the rest of the night. The next day I got a handprint that was, well, I have big hands, but it was a good bit wider, about 20 yards from my tent.
Did you cast it?
It wasn't deep enough.
It wasn't castable.
Nope.
Okay.
I've been very unlucky on casting. If I find something, it's either not castable because of moisture, or it's not deep enough to really be able to tell anything.
One of the nice things is, of course, we have LiDAR available on our phones now.
Oh,
Oh, you didn't know that?
no, I did
Oh,
not.
dude, yeah. I use an app called Polycam.
Polycam.
and Polycam, and I use that, and I can LiDAR anything. Like I was just over here, and I LiDAR'd the a copy of the Patterson-Gimlin footprint. Okay, and so now I have a full LiDAR of that.
That is
And,
awesome.
Yeah, I'll show it to you after we're done with the interview.
Okay.
But, it's these kinds of stories, though, and being able to accumulate this kind of evidence is crucial.
It is.
Your stories are real. I have zero reason to doubt you about that. But the more data we can compile that other people can analyze
Yeah.
and question and maybe disprove, okay, because we want to get the junk out of the way so we can look at what's real.
Exactly.
But if what you leave us with is real,
We have to be analytical,
Yes.
get rid of the junk, and let's face it, if only one sighting is real, it changes the whole world.
it does, okay? And, I mean, I hear a lot of people use that methodology when trying to prove some ridiculous theory, but the fact of the matter is, you don't need a scientific consensus.
No.
You need one piece of good science.
Yes.
And that's what we're heading for.
Yep.
Michael, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate your stories. Is there, do you have a podcast? Do you have a show? Do you have anything you're working on right now?
I'm building my equipment. I have my podcast table. I haven't got everything set up yet.
Okay, so you haven't got that yet.
No.
So you haven't got a website or a channel or anything else.
Not yet.
When you do, give us a call back, okay? And we
Okay.
will talk with you more then.
That sounds perfect.
All right? Wonderful. Thank you, Michael. Have
Thank
a great
you.
day.
You too.
Take care. It's only been a year?
Yeah,
That boy.
that was at Gatlinburg
jeez.
last year.
That's
Wow.
crazy. Yeah.
Feels like forever ago.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Well, it's nice to know that you landed and have, your own podcast, you get your own show, you got all this stuff put together now. Congratulations.
Well, I
Welcome
couldn't
to
have
the
done it by
team.
myself.
I know you want to thank the Academy.
Yep.
Thanks all you little
John's
people that
Academy
keep
of
watching
Podcast
me.
Science.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
John, I think you lost
Japs.
audio.
I don't know. I don't know. I
There
don't
he
there
is.
you're back.
All right. John's back. Hi,
Yeah,
John.
I got to fix something because for some reason he is putting the master on A and B and he shouldn't have to. So anyway,
Yeah.
let's talk about Sip and Squatch.
Yes.
So Sip and Squatch.
Sip and Squatch.
I'm going to give you the first part. Well, actually, it's going to be an intimate meeting with some of the, whoever we can get there. I'm not going to promise we're going to get everybody there just because some people may want to do it. Some people may not want to do it. So, but the goal is to have one special guest. RPG is going to be the host that covers that. We're going to make sure that I understand there's no Klingons. So when these special guests get there, but you're going to be able to come to the lodge for a weekend. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Come in Friday night. We have a little soiree. Then Saturday, we'll take you out to the Cranberry Glades or the Tri-Falls or some even locations. Since we've been up there, Bunny Trail, since we've been up there, all the locals now know that what we do. So, and it's not even about the lodge. They come to see us about Bigfoot. And they says, we've got this place. And they're even telling us where to go, right? So, which kind of good. They're giving us coordinates. Well, what's the best thing is so Saturday we take you out and get you in the woods, whole 9 yards. For those that do not want to climb the stairs into Tri-Falls, which I can completely understand because there's a lot of stairs. Huh, Mike?
It'll kill you.
It's a lot of stairs. But then we bring you back to the lodge. Everybody goes and they get cleaned up, whole 9 yards, and we're going to feed you. We're going to make a barbecue. And it'll always be something fire pit. And then we get to sit around the big pit and talk and ask the special guest questions. I think we're going to try to get our first one will be our own Mark Muncy. And because historian, and this is, by the way, this is not just for cryptid. This is for cryptid, this is for UFO, and this is for paranormal. So that way we have, a good thing, and it's an intimate setting. But we'll come back and talk about that more. We're going to jump to RPG and Maria, and I believe is what he said. And then we're going to show this one, and we'll be right back after it's done.
Today, the part
Hey,
of
everybody, we're
RPG
back
will
at
be
the
played
great
by
Bigfoot
John Gaston.
conference in Ocala. Whoop, whoop. Look who I found. I found Marie Dumont. How you doing, Marie?
Hi, how are you?
All right, how's the Bigfoot world?
Oh boy, just busy as usual.
Yeah?
Having a great time out
Are ya?
there. Yes.
Are you
yes.
finding a lot of good stuff out in the woods?
Yes.
You know,
yes,
one of these
yes,
days she's going to
yes.
tell me her secret of where she's at, but no, she probably
Yeah,
won't ever. I won't
no.
never get that. But I keep swearing I'm going to come down and do it.
The best thing was in February when I found we were camping at Jennings.
Hey, everybody, we're back at the great Bigfoot conference in Ocala. Whoop, whoop.
Yes.
Look who I found. I found Marie Dumont. How you doing, Marie?
Hi, how are you?
All right, how's the Bigfoot world?
Oh boy, just busy as usual.
Yeah?
Having a great time out
Are ya?
there. Yes.
Are you
yes.
finding a lot of good stuff out in the woods?
Yes.
You know,
yes,
one of these
yes,
days she's going
yes.
to tell me her secret of where she's at, but no, she probably
Yeah,
won't ever. I won't
no.
never get that. But I keep swearing I'm going to come down and do it.
The best thing was in February when I found we were camping at Jennings State Forest in Jacksonville,
Yep.
and I found a 16-inch print,
What?
and more than one with a 54-inch stride.
So okay, I am gonna go. I am gonna be the guy that goes there because I do believe in Bigfoot. I do believe in it all. So every time that I talk to somebody, I found a print. I'm like, well, there are two, and then they're like, I couldn't find the other
Quarter
one.
mile.
Right.
Quarter mile.
So, but you found one. You found multiple ones.
Multiple.
Wow.
Yeah,
How big the stride
multiple.
again?
54 inches.
54 inches, which means he was probably almost 10 feet tall. Maybe nine and a half.
Probably around 8 is what I'm guessing.
Wow.
Probably.
That's a big stride, though.
Yes, it is.
54 inches.
It is. And it coincides, though, with what people like in the Pacific Northwest have found. When it's like 16-inch print, it's always a 54-inch stride, typically.
Right.
So, which is amazing. And then that night, we had an encounter at our campground.
What?
That same night, yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Well, good encounter, bad encounter, scary encounter.
Well, I'm not too scared by too many things, but most people would say scary. We had 3 campsites, and so Ruby and I were car camping at one. Mike and Chris were at another one.
Right.
And a friend of ours was at the last one. And so that night, we were car camping, Ruby and I.
Right.
We were like 18 feet away from each other, you know. And so I could never sleep whenever I go out somewhere for the first night.
Yeah. Right.
And so what happened was, there I'm laying in bed, in my car, and I'm trying to sleep, but I couldn't. And probably around 4 or 5 in the morning, I heard something loud, bipedal, walk around my car,
What?
close to my car, and then it pushed my car.
You pushed your car.
It pushed my car.
Yeah. Like heavy rock or just
No,
a,
just a-
hey, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here. Just a push. I
And
was
you
like,
guys didn't leave
"Whoa."
anything out for food wise or
No.
no gifts,
We had some toys or whatever, but it didn't even touch those. It didn't even
Really?
affect those at all.
So when you're
But it
out,
really wanted to. I don't know
it want
why.
to let you know it's there.
Yes, correct.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So then Daniel Perez, he writes the Bigfoot Times newsletter.
Yep.
He's been doing that for 25 years, and he's in my group too. So he saw the post, and he's like, okay, he calls me, or he sends me a message. Who found that 16-inch print? I said, I did. And he's like, I want to talk to you. So he put us on the cover of the
Yeah.
March issue.
I saw
March
you posted that.
2024, yeah. So that's an amazing thing for us, you
Yeah.
know. But what a find.
That is.
I
Now
was
Dr.
at nighttime. I had my little sneaky flashlight. I was just walking down this road, this dirt, service road or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, that looks like a print.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it, and I asked Ruby, and then where's the other one? So then started looking.
Wow.
54-inch stride.
Dang.
In a line.
In a
The
line.
prints were in a line.
Was it in the
also.
middle of the road, side of the road?
It was, so this is the road. So the tires of a car or
Yep, yep.
whatever would be over here.
Yes.
It hugged. It was almost in the middle, but not quite.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Just enough pull so if cars come, it kind of hides its tracks.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
But yeah,
That is
it was
great.
amazing. So that was huge, because finding the prints and then having the encounter,
Yeah.
and Mike at their campsite, he didn't sleep that night either. He heard something bipedal heavy walking around their tent.
Wow.
So it bumped my car, walked around my car,
Yep.
bumped me, and went over there and walked around their tent.
Wow.
And he heard it.
Now, was Dr.
Him and
Bill
his son.
there?
No.
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 Oh, that would have been awesome to have.
I know.
He was like, oh, this is what it is.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that man knows. That is
Yeah,
absolutely phenomenal.
Yes. Yeah, so it was great.
So, what are you finding more activity more north or still mid south?
I would probably say mid central area, like the Jennings thing. I've heard of other encounters similar to mine,
Yep.
and they've happened in February.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It does make sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's cooler,
Yeah.
you know, and
A little more
just
active.
for whatever reason. Maybe, the deer. I don't know, but it was.
It's feeding time.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive.
That is so. How's the team doing?
Good.
Yeah.
We're doing really good.
And you guys are all like it's like you guys don't miss a weekend.
Nope.
I don't think I watch all
Nope.
the posts. I don't think I've seen you guys miss a weekend.
No, not at all. And we're going to the Pacific Northwest next Friday.
Really?
Yeah.
Now
Mike Aguilar and I, we've been asked to speak at the Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival.
Okay.
And we're doing a Florida Skunk Ape presentation.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So-
and then we'll be out there for 7-8 days.
Oh, well,
So
you
we're
know
gonna
you're going to
go-
go hunting,
Of course.
right?
And I already have other researchers who've reached out to me and said, hey, we want to take you guys out. I'm like, sweet.
Yeah, you don't have to go try. They've
No,
already got areas that
exactly.
are active.
They'll take us exactly to
Yeah.
their active areas or
That is
whatever.
phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm
That is-
excited. I've never been out there.
So, do you find it harder to go in the summertime
Oh,
than it is the
it's
wintertime?
brutal.
It's brutal.
Brutal out there. Brutal.
Everything is active, right? Snakes, spiders.
So it's really, I mean, in the summertime,
Yeah.
when you think there wouldn't be anything around,
Right.
there's a lot of activity, like in the Everglades.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I
Which
just
is
had
odd.
we had
and
a
around Lake Okeechobee, I don't know why, because it's hot as could be down there.
right.
But
But there's a lot more water.
yes, a lot more water, and there's a lot of sightings during that time in the
We
summer.
had someone here earlier today. His name was Frank.
Yes, he's
Oh my!
yeah,
And
he's,
so
he's a friend of ours.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, we've been out with him researching on his
So-
airboats.
I told him, I said,
Yeah, great guy.
looking for Sasquatch, Bigfoot, and looking for love are the exact same thing. When you don't look for it,
Right.
you'll find it. Right?
Allegedly.
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 So, and he goes, it hit me to my core, and I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah. So he took us out to the site.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
You get to go out and see the mound and the pawpaw,
Yep.
and
Yep.
that is absolutely
Yes.
phenomenal.
Yes. Then we went out at night and had the Q beam, and we're just riding around and looking along the tree line and
Yeah.
stuff.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And then when I guess another person that you know is Michelle. You guys, I guess, are going to do an investigation over her house and
Yes.
look for portals and stuff like
Yes.
that. So, other than Washington, what's the big thing coming up next?
Oh God, that is the big thing coming up.
Is it?
Yeah.
Getting all
Besides
prepared?
this, and then Washington, and then after that, nothing so far. But
Right.
you never know.
Well, in July there's always Gatlinburg.
I had there's a guy that runs a Bigfoot museum in West Virginia, and he
Oh.
reached out to me yesterday. He's like, I really want you to come up.
Right.
We need to bring you up sometime. And I'm like, absolutely. Why not? Right?
When you going to pay for it?
Exactly.
Bring me on. I'll go
I'll
anywhere
go
you want
anywhere
to.
you want.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, any big podcasts coming out that we should be watching?
Podcast? No.
No.
Just
Well, I gotta have you back on Nerd Talk. We'll zoom.
Yeah.
Well, not zoom yet. I hate the word zoom, but we'll
I can show
call
you more of the newest stuff.
Yes.
And we can talk about
Definitely
that. So, yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Marie, thank you for stopping by.
Aw,
I
thank
appreciate
you.
it.
It's
It's awesome. Always awesome to see
It's
you
always
guys.
good to see you, John.
Yes.
Thank you so
and
much.
tell your team we love them, and I keep watching. And hey, everybody, stick around. We have more coming up right after this.
Thank you.
Now, you talking about a lady that gets out there and gets it done, man.
You know, I'm going to make a comment here, of course, because we've done another in studio show with Maria, if I remember
Yep.
correctly, and she was just fantastic to talk to and be with. But I want to say, John, I really love your energy when you're doing the interviews. And as you know, I have no reason to suck up to you, but absolutely fantastic to just see the way you act with people. And the funny thing is, I know you behind the scenes, and
I'm
it
not that
really
person.
is. Yeah, you are that person. That's what I was going to get at. Because underneath, that's who you really are. Now, you got some calluses that come out behind the scenes, but really, that energy, that joy of being with people, that's who you really are, and that's just so great to see that come out like that so clearly in a video.
I
But which
appreciate
has
that.
nothing to do with skunk apes.
Yeah.
But which is kind of how you treat people when you're not on camera.
I know.
But
Off camera, I'm mean as hell.
off camera, you're a skunk ape, but on
Right?
camera, you're a freaking Easter bunny.
Well, I
So
really do like getting stories. And I know I talk, and a lot of people will tell me I talk with mush mouth. I don't know if you guys know what that means or not, but I talk like I have,
OBKB.
yeah, OBKB, right? I feel like I have rocks in my mouth half the time. But anyway, so back to Sip Squatch. So we're gonna do that. We've been talking quarterly, but I got a feeling we may come out of the gate quarterly, but it'll eventually be every month, including the wintertime.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's one of those things where I think it's gonna be a good time, and it'll be had by all. So so this next interview we have RPG. And he's actually doing a interview with Miss Darlene. And so when you're ready there, buddy, go ahead and just rock that footage.
All right, hello everyone. Hello everyone out there. RPG from ParaGeeks, your golden source for evidence analysis. I'm here at the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Conference 2025, having the best time ever. And here's what I love about this. I always meet a vendor that creates something new and amazing. And this year I am lucky enough to meet someone that told me an encounter that wowed me. And for those of us that collect these encounters, and we're always looking for the next amazing one that makes the hair stand up on our arms, Miss Darlene has one. So Darlene, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
I am so excited to share this with the audience.
Okay. This happened back in 2009 in Georgia. This is at my home. 60 acres behind me, 120 acres in front of me. So it's pitch dark at night. There's nobody around. I'll let my dogs out to go to the bathroom. I have a 85-pound bloodhound that would take on a bear. She's fearless. I look out the door and she's standing by the fence and she's frozen. She's not just frozen. Her tail's between her legs, her hair's up, she won't move. So I thought maybe there's a bear, maybe there's a mountain lion at the fence. So I went to go out and I walked towards the dog.
Yeah.
And about that time, we had a 4-foot fence. About that time, this humongous arm comes over the fence and scoops the dog up. And this other hand comes around and puts it over her muzzle. And the dog is so scared, she poops herself. And it's just standing there. And without thinking, I just ran towards it screaming, put my dog down. Don't hurt my dog.
You
I
are so
love this
brave.
dog. I don't know if I was brave or stupid, but I knew it was going to hurt my dog.
Yeah.
So it tilts its head the funniest little bit, like it's either listening to my voice or it's trying to understand my words or whatever. And it very gently put the 85-pound dog back on the ground. And I ran up. So now I'm probably within 3 feet of it, and it stunk really bad, but I'm still not thinking about what this thing is.
You are so brave.
And I grab the dog and I drag it in the house because I couldn't carry it. And when I come back out, it opened its mouth the tiniest bit, and I could see it had flat teeth, and I realized how tall it was, and how wide it was. It was at least the size, the width of a truck.
Almost as wide as me, right?
Oh,
Almost.
way bigger.
Please.
And I went out and measured the next day. It
Yeah.
was 9 foot 2 inches tall because I could see the branch it was underneath. But the thing that amazed me the most was, as I stood there and looked at me, it just gently turned around and walked off. And it never was aggressive, never made a noise, anything. But it was going to eat my dog.
It was going to eat your
It
dog.
was going to eat my dog.
Dude, you are a true mama bear. Like you protected your baby, and it's amazing because I can't believe you did. Like, that's fight, flight, or freeze. Your dog froze. You didn't freeze.
Well,
You
if
fought.
I'd actually seen really
Yeah.
how big it was,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
might not have done that, because it
Yeah.
wasn't until I really focused on it that I could see
Oh
how
my
big
God.
that black spot really was.
Yeah.
Once it was gone, but yeah, I saved my dog. She was never right again, but I saved my dog.
Oh, Darlene, that is the most fantastical and wonderful
you.
encounter story I've heard in so long. And I also want to commend you for coming forward and sharing it, because a lot of us, we deal with that shame game from people,
Yes.
which is BS, but we need more confident people coming forward, because this is a phenomenon that happens everywhere, and it's happening to all of us, you
Yeah.
know?
No,
Yeah.
I would have never told the story back then to anybody, but now I don't care anymore. So.
Yeah, and that's the attitude to have. RPG with ParaGeeks, your golden source for evidence analysis. This is Miss Darlene, and she's the shit.
Thank you.
Well, there you have. There you go, man. That's when our RPG finally joined the team.
Yeah, I'm just amazed that's how she remembers our encounter. I mean, I thought I was just out walking a dog, you know, but whatever.
Whether the dog knows you're walking or not.
Oh, that's great. Oh my God.
Hey, you know, he was running around. I put a leash on him. You know, this is what turns up in the news.
See, that's what happens.
Extraordinary story.
So
Extraordinary story.
when we do these events, we do get some of the the bigger players, right? So, and not that I'm just shamelessly plugging this, but this was one of my more favorite ones. And we got Ronnie on, and him and I hit it off almost immediately. I love the fact that he does the marbles things everywhere he goes. Not that we're going to talk about that in this interview, but since I've gotten to know him better and we talk about stuff, everywhere he goes, they gift him marbles. Now, I don't understand. We'll talk about that more when we come back. So we've only got, this one's a little bit longer, so we're going to play this one right now because it's about a 9-minute video, so everybody just hang in there. All right, there, Mr. Tech Man, rolling. All right, everybody, guess who we got? We got Ronnie LeBlanc. You know, normally these guys are so covered up. I can't get you guys. I saw you guys a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, and it's like, you know, there's always lines, and I know you're getting ready to go speak, so they put your line aside, and I appreciate you coming over to the booth with us. So, Expedition Bigfoot, caught on, paranormal caught on tape, right?
Yep.
Dude, you're busy.
I'm definitely busy. We've had like a little bit of a lull right now, so we're waiting for season 4 to get released for Expedition Bigfoot, and then Paranormal Caught on Camera just wrapped probably about a month or so ago. So I have a little bit of breathing room, but then I do these conferences and speaking gigs, which is great, just kind of keep on getting out there.
Right.
I love doing this because I get to hear amazing encounters from people that just blow you away.
So I'm the tech guy, right?
Yeah.
I am more of I want to know what's going on in the background because I believe in Bigfoot. I believe in ghosts. That's all that kind of stuff. So when you guys are out there, you're out there for a long time, like 30, 40 days?
Yeah, we're out there for at least a month, and that gives us, time to try to get as much evidence as possible.
Right.
And oftentimes we'll be, sometimes in a season, going to 2 locations. So we may be, like the previous season, we're in California for a month, and then we're in Washington State for a month. So, and sometimes it's just a very small break in between, and sometimes not at all. So it's a struggle trying to balance family life, work life, and make all this work.
So let's talk about that real quick. So your wife's got to be a loving lady because
She's
when you're
amazing.
gone,
Yeah.
you're gone,
Yeah.
right? And it sometimes so are you pre-scheduled, or they go, oh, hey, by the way, like you said, well, we got to move up to this part of the country because
Right.
it's real hot right now.
Yeah. So sometimes when we get the green light to go out and film, it might be like, hey guys, we're gonna go in 4 weeks, and we're like, what? We're gonna get our stuff together, and so oftentimes you don't have enough time to plan, and that
Right.
throws everything off because you got, like I said, family life. I've lost my job several times doing
Right.
this show.
Wow.
And I kind of every season go, can I pull this off again? Can I do this again?
Right.
And, we're getting to that place now, season 4, where it's going to be coming out hopefully soon. And we're still waiting because of the whole Warner Brothers merger.
Yep.
Just to kind of get going again, because we feel like we're in limbo right now, which is
Right.
frustrating.
So what kind of training do you actually put yourself through to get yourself ready to go?
I'm a big, like to go running in first thing in the morning. Prior to going out to Alaska, I was running like 5 to 7 miles every morning.
Whoa.
Just to be ready. I don't want to be losing my breath halfway
Right,
through the
right,
day
right. Yeah,
and
yeah.
be struggling. Like, I want to make sure I'm like as best shape as I can, try to
Right.
hit the gym. But we do a lot of hiking and going up, walls sideways, so it's just, it gets old after a while when you're doing that. But the quest of what we're trying to do
Right.
gives you that energy to keep on
But
going.
you're
I try. I'm
you
trying
are
to stay
jacked
fit.
up.
I try.
I was gonna pull that old man. You look swole. Okay. But I mean, you carry a lot of gear.
Yeah, and we try to keep it light because if we don't have to carry everything, if we can have a drop-off point, or we have set up base camp, then we don't need to take everything with us all the time.
Right.
But initially, those first few days as we're trying to get set up, yeah, we're lugging a lot of shit.
Right.
So.
Right. So okay. Now a lot of times, especially when you're going mountains, valleys,
Yeah.
valleys, that's got to take a toll on you.
Oh yeah, I don't sleep that great, anyways. But when you kind of expel and do so many miles per day, you hit the tent, you pass out.
You're done.
But as soon as you hear a little snap, twig break, I'm like,
Right.
you boop, like, because you're wanting to capture audio or video or thermal or something if you have something coming through camp.
Right.
Because you don't want to miss that opportunity where a Bigfoot's walking through and we're all sleeping. You know?
Yes. Hey guys, we were here, but you weren't sleeping. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
So, when it comes into what's the longest trek you've done on the show so far?
I would say, well, Washington State, the great thing about that is we went there twice.
Right.
So, getting the chance to kind of go back after the forest fires, to go back to the same location is like, we saved so much time in trying to find the optimal place. It's like, hit it right back to where we were.
Right.
And it immediately kicked back into gear, which was awesome, because then we're able to capture a lot more evidence. And this past season, capturing the shadow, what I believe was a Bigfoot cloaking
Right,
that we
right.
created, the shadow puppet, was, for me, rewarding, because I was like, this is the type of evidence I'm trying to capture.
Right.
That these things are not animals. There's something else going on.
Right.
I do believe that they are, for lack of a better term, interdimensional, whatever you want to call it, just because my own personal experiences with dealing with seeing one cloaking when I was 11 in Massachusetts, which didn't make sense to me because I'm
Right.
like, there's no Bigfoot out here.
Right.
And then orbs and all these other things. Salt Fork State Park, seeing a ball of light split into 2 eyes become this 8-foot shadow that ran in front of us. Those things, like, this isn't an animal. There's something else going on. So that's what I'm trying to bring, I think, forth to the greater public, that there's a lot of people that have had these experiences and they're not sharing them because they're so taboo or weird or
heaven forbid you
strange.
talk about it because everybody thinks you're crazy.
Yeah. So if I can help shepherd that in the sense of hey, these things are going on. And I think what helps is the recent UFO
The release.
disclosure, whatever you want to call it.
yeah.
I think that is putting it into motion, where the number 2 biggest question mark is Bigfoot right after UFOs.
I tell you, watching the shows, I think the to me that what gripped me in the most is the season where you guys got into the tunnel.
Yes.
That whole area, and then you found the whole bedding down area where all the bones were. I mean, they were clean.
Yeah.
I'm like going, now that's undeniable.
That was weird to Russ is like, I want you guys to see this kill site, and we're like, whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, there were deer body parts and legs, and
Yeah.
you know, there was bones, but there was still like fresh like deer legs that were there. I'm like, what the heck is doing this? So, and we were right smack dab in a lot of Bigfoot
Absolutely
activity.
phenomenal.
So, yeah.
Phenomenal. So 5 years.
Yeah.
Where do you think you're going to be in 5 years?
5 years, hopefully still doing the show. I
Yeah,
think,
baby.
I really do think, you know, the show has legs to hit like a season 10. And hopefully we've gathered a lot more evidence that we already have that people are like standing up and taking notice, you know?
I tell you, I think, and I know I'm talking big, and just because it's from my world, but you guys have spawned the other smaller groups are they are really serious, getting serious about it. Before it was like, oh yeah, I go out in the woods and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, I've noticed all across the country way more
Oh, yeah.
research teams.
Yeah.
And they're getting it.
And sophisticated, right?
Yeah,
Like they're
right.
pulling in the tech. They're pulling in doctors to help them, biologists and different. So I think seeing that, and Dr. Maria having another scientist, we've had Dr. Jeff Meldrum for quite some time, which we need, and we need more scientists
Right.
like him and Dr. Maria that, you know, Dr. Jeff will tell me, he's like, I'm not a believer, but I'm convinced.
I'm convinced,
And
right?
I like that. I appreciate that. He's like, I've seen enough evidence that I'm convinced.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a believer, but yeah.
I remember when he was first on, it was like, well, he was always the guy that kind of patted it
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
Nah.
yeah.
Now it's like, I'm convinced.
And I believe in that Bigfoot exists. I believe in UFOs and all this.
Absolutely.
And I think having those personal experiences helps cement that.
Right.
But, you know, I want to kind of come at it where I feel like there needs to be more unification of the believers out there to kind of help. There's skeptics that will never accept this, right?
Right.
That they're never going to go,
Yep.
this is real, this is not.
Right.
That's fine. It's not for you.
Exactly.
But I'm trying to get those other ones that are on the fence. And I think that's
Come on over
our
to the,
mission.
come over to the Bigfoot
Yeah,
side. We
yeah.
got sticks.
That's right. We got structures.
It's it, man. Ronnie, thank you.
Thank you.
I know you're busy, man, and I appreciate you coming
Oh,
over and
thank you
taking
so
some
much.
time with us. All right, everybody, stick around. We'll be back with some more great guests like Ronnie.
See you guys.
Bye. That was a good interview, even if I say so myself. And he's a hell of a nice guy. I mean,
Yeah.
on and off camera, he's just a good guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, you can really tell.
I almost jinxed him. I think I felt like I jinxed him because after that they did 4, and then he got replaced by Kai or Kia or whatever the hell his name is. So, not my favorite.
You know, I want to pick up on one point that you guys discussed, and that is, you know, the Jesse Owens effect. Jesse Owens was the first man to do the impossible. He ran a 4-minute mile. Prior to that,
Right.
it was considered biologically impossible.
Yep.
As soon as he did it, though, suddenly everybody was running 4-minute miles.
Right?
It became possible. He laid out a blueprint. He said, you can do this, and this is how. And that's what has happened. That's where Expedition Bigfoot has really created the research world.
Yeah.
And everybody's out trying to get the same equipment. They're trying to get the same FLIRs. They're trying to get, you know, I mean, they're all using it. It set the benchmark. It created the bar. It set the 4-minute mile for everybody.
It did. It really did.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm not going to talk
It
more
showed
about West.
people how to research.
I'm not going to talk more about West Virginia. We're going to watch Anthony do an interview, and we're going to play it right now.
Not that guy.
And here we are back at ParaGeeks again. And right now we have someone with us whose name is Trey.
How's it
And
going?
Trey, yeah, hey, well done. It's like you've been on camera before, haven't you, Trey?
A little bit,
Once or twice.
a few times.
Trey, tell me a little bit about your backstory. Give me the paranormal overhead, okay? 30,000-foot view. What is it you do in the paranormal world?
So, my background before I got involved with cryptids or
Okay.
Bigfoot in this case is I actually have a foundation in arborist work. I started when I was 18 at everybody's favorite tree service, Asplin Tree Expert LLC.
Okay.
They're not the favorite.
Yeah.
But I worked for them and fell in love with it accidentally. It was just a job out of high school, but fell in love with tree work.
Okay.
and then went on to go from, and by the way, I'm from Franklin, North Carolina.
Okay.
That's where I started.
Yep.
But ended up in the Pacific Northwest working for the IBEW union, and really got involved with the science side of things.
Very
so
good.
The arborist side of stuff.
Yep.
And I bring all of that up to say that's why I was brought on board with cryptid wilderness studies, because when there's something going on with plants or trees or whatever, damage,
structures,
anything like that,
yeah,
my role is to come in and take a look at it and apply some science to what might be happening here. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's really the main goal of our organization, is to do the best we can to apply hard data to what we're finding.
Well, hard science to the data.
Correct. Yes.
Yes. Yep. The very parallel paths here.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
Yep.
So now let's fast forward to where you are now. What are you doing, and with whom and how?
So what I'm doing now is I've left the union. I'm now back home in Franklin, and I have my business. We were a full-time tree service, but now it's a whole home and property management. And in addition to that, I am the board of directors for the Cryptid Wilderness Studies. And that is, at best, or at least, a free, fun way to go camp with your buddies in the woods. But what we hopefully are going to do is prove that Bigfoot does or does not exist. So it's like a win-win.
Well, you can't prove he doesn't exist. You can't prove a negative.
Right.
Okay, but you can keep going out there and you can look at what evidence is there. Yep. And as I like to say, we separate the wheat from the chaff. Mm-hmm. Okay, when you can come up with a rational, logical, demonstrable explanation for a phenomena, you want to take that one off the table when that happens. But when you apply all your scrutiny, you put it through all the filters, and you come back with something that you don't have another explanation for, that's something we keep on the pile. Mm-hmm. Have you found anything so far that really compels you that you've had to keep in the stack?
So I will say, full disclosure, I come in this as a skeptic.
Of course.
And what I have seen so far that has really got me going is we have our own footprint. And if you go to our website, we have I can't remember what the app is called, but it's a 3D scan.
It's a LiDAR scan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so you can actually look at the photo on the website, and you can tilt the photo. It's filmed in all these ways.
Yeah, I use Polycam. It's the same kind of thing.
I think it actually
It's probably
might be
Polycam. Yeah, it is a phenomenal LiDAR scanning technology, and modern iPhones can do that.
And what you can see is what is clearly like a small to big toes.
Sure.
And there's a break, and then there's where the heel is.
Okay.
So it's as if the foot was able to articulate or bend. That's so far the only thing that has really got me like, okay, maybe there is something more to this.
Okay.
None of the noises I've heard in the woods, it's hard for me to get out of the flow of just working in the woods for so long as I did. That it's all just background noise to me. So it's hard for me to get in a frame of mind.
It's hard to tune in. To things you've been just tuning out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I understand.
That's a habit that's working on being broken. But other than that, that's what we've got. There's been a lot of strange, unexplainable things to trees that I've actually deduced as lightning strikes. So it was exciting to get out there and get to play detective. And figure out what it was. And these were actually strikes that came from the ground up.
Right, the roots
so
up.
You could see the strike damaging the tree in reverse instead of a top down.
Generally, I mean, what I've seen, is it may hit at the top, but it's where it's grounded that the damage first appears.
Yeah.
And runs the other way.
So what happened in the two cases that I looked at was it actually didn't strike the tree at all, but it was close enough that
there you go.
Disbursement of energy shot immediately over and then up.
Through the root system, up the tree.
Into the tree. So that was cool to see. Because I've worked, being in the industry, I've worked a million lightning strikes on trees.
Yeah, I'm
and
sure.
It's always in the tops of them and stuff.
Oh, okay, all right.
And they break off in the middle or something.
You would know. Thank you. I appreciate being educated.
Those were cool. It's rare, but you do see them.
But now what I want to get at is when you see things like the structures, when you see trees that aren't from anything that's broken nearby, that is laid across 20 feet in the air, or 12 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Okay, that is across two sets of branches, perfectly, horizontal. Okay, you see something like that, but there's no stump nearby from which that came. And now those exist out there. How would you explain one of those?
So to speak from personal experience,
yes,
climbing trees.
Yep.
Me and my buddies, hey, watch this. And we're 50 feet up. I'm going to put this top on that tree because we know it's probably going to be taken down. And that's another thing we look at too, is like, is this was this area logged in the past 20, 30, 40 years?
Sure.
And do we find just really random things? Look for old damage to trees that was like machinery marks. You're not going to see skid steer or track marks from
no.
machines
It's
over
been
that
gone
long.
for a while. Yeah.
But I've personally put trees in just weird and obscure ways, and then just left them.
Sure.
And
so
see
it
if my
could
buddy
be
can
human
one up
intervention,
me.
but from longer back than we have anything showing. Okay, where we might have tracks, we might have even, anybody saying, oh yeah, that was logged last year, so there's going to be some weird stuff because guys like you, Trey, have been through.
So those are some of the things that's like some of the obscure knowledge that you wouldn't necessarily think of unless you were in the know.
But you're still attributing it to human creation. There are, of course, the tent style.
Yeah.
Okay, where you see those stacked in. But these are, incredibly remote areas.
Yeah.
And then you see them repeated 3, 4, 5 times in an area.
So what I look for in that, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to forget this
cut me
part,
off,
but you're going to know if somebody has climbed a tree and cut it and felled it into another tree because there's going to be a flat spot.
Of course.
So
but you're talking broken branches, anywhere from 1 inch to 3 inches thick.
Yeah.
Taken and stacked around in like a teepee style.
Yeah.
So when you see something like that, is there any natural explanation for something like that? Can branches, 8, 10, 12 branches fall like that in some kind of coordinated fashion?
I mean, naturally speaking, to my knowledge, no. And I've not ever seen that myself either. So I've never got to experience what is alleged to be a structure that's been put up by a Bigfoot.
All right.
And I would love to see one. And actually, we are going to... it's in Andrews, North Carolina, in September. It's by the Nantahala Lake. We're going to go on a campground there, and it is got an alleged structure that, when first observed, was different in a month, added to. So I'm excited to get out there to see that and see what that's going to look like.
Yeah.
I have no photo reference to it at all, so I don't know if these are big trees or little trees, but I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, you don't want to tell people where you're going because they'll go out ahead of you and do
I'm
crap.
sorry.
Okay. No. You did fine. Okay, because you didn't say specifically where.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not like well, there's only one place in town it could
Coordinates
be.
35 degrees north.
Yes. No. But. Getting out there to investigate these, I would love to see some of your input in the future. And of course, you'll be putting stuff up on cryptidstudies.org.
Yep.
Okay, for us to research and look at. And I love that kind of investigative technology. And there's a lot of people bring in really good science to the table on this, and you're one of them.
And we've got the LiDAR stuff, we've got the parabolic mics, we've got game cameras set up in some of our research areas. We're trying to just get data, the LDR mics. Just as much as we possibly can, and we want, and on our website you can call, we respond to all of them. We want data, photos, videos, audio, you name it, you got it. Just even a story. Like we're here because we want to do the same thing that everybody else does, is figure this out for once and all.
The truth is out there and we got to find it.
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
Right, Trey, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
It was great talking with you.
You too, man.
Take
Thank
care.
you so much.
Good job,
God,
Anthony.
the guy on the right is so handsome.
He is, right?
Damn.
It's just. So this has been a great show, and we're gonna just
fun.
toss it out. But we're gonna start adding these more to our shows, because literally, I think I have 50 interviews over the
I'm not
past.
surprised. I know we've sat down and done a lot at these shows.
Yep.
And so, yeah, it'll be great to be able to go back over these again. And it reminds us, we got to touch base with this guy. Check out his website, see
Yep.
if, what has
Reach
happened,
back out, see how it's going.
since then. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
All right,
John,
everybody.
thanks for putting this together. This was
No,
amazing.
this is all good, man. We're missing 2 people, and I figured this would be easier to do it instead of, because there's some projects coming, there's some images coming up that we're going to have to go looking at. And, I think we're going to do that next week. So with that being said, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see everybody next week on the ParaGeeks.